Welcome to the bold analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, is William Ruto falling out with Johnson Sakaja? Is William Ruto falling out with Johnson Sakaja? Sakaja is a politician that I say became the Nairobi governor not because of UDA wave. Sakaja became the governor because of Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta's blunder of not picking Tim Wanyonyi as the Azimio flag bearer for Nairobi governor. If Wanyonyi would have been ballot, I can tell you that Sakaja would not be a governor now. And secondly, I think his own demeanor and the quest, he came over to replace what was being done by Mike Sonko. And all those campaigns on his certificate and all that, authenticity of his certificate, were all political lifting. And that political lifting really propelled him even to get sympathy votes and to win that seat. Now, I want you to read this. I don't know that you're reading it. I want you to see the title. What is it reading? Ruto wants CS nominee Sakaja visiting Statehouse when drunk. Allow me to use the word hot air. That is hot air. That is hot air. Chasing wild goose, that story cannot be that Sakaja was blocked from getting to Statehouse because of being drunk. In fact, they're also saying Osaskuri. I don't see that as the real issue there. The main thing is there could be emerging fallout between Johnson Sakaja and William Ruto. This is a politician that campaigned as a super senator and was seen as trying to to draw attention and draw love from both sides of the political divide. Johnson Sakaja knew very well that to rule Nairobi, it will not just take William Ruto, because William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza, because even the majority of the county assembly went to Azimio, by extension ODM and Jubilee. Even the speaker came from ODM. So he knew very well that sticking by William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza could not really help him deliver. What would that story, a story about Statehouse security or other operatives chasing Johnson Sakaja, serve? Is the president trying to create a rift between him and Sakaja? So that, because I can tell you, the problem is the urban hustler. The person that will most probably complain about the high cost of living is the person paying rent, the person buying skuma, the person paying margin, the person paying transport to town to work. That is the person that feels the pinch. And could it be possible that President Ruto is simply drawing a rift between him and Sakaja, so that in any case there is that which Nairobi will complain about, instead of complaining to William Ruto, they will complain to Johnson Sakaja. But I just want to be a bit direct and look at what is at the stake between Sakaja and William Ruto. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I want also to remind us about the 50 shillings challenge that we are running in this channel to help our production team as Team Bolt to purchase one extra camera, and that extra camera will help us in conducting exclusive interviews. Of course, we're also doing facelifting in the studio. So believe that as time goes, we want to grow this, want to make this big and better. Who knows, it can become one of the biggest political shows in the country. And it's not wrong to have an ambition. A good man should always have an ambition. So kindly support that ambition there. The number is 0710 62 78 89. Kevin Ono. Now, there one thing that is at stake between William Ruto and Sakaja, where Sakaja will serve the loyalty. Between serving loyalty in Statehouse and serving loyalty in the county assembly, which one will help him deliver? Because what will make Sakaja to become, to defend his Nairobi seat as a governor, is not his links or is not his allegiance, loyalty to William Ruto, but is what he shall have done for the people of Nairobi. And for you to deliver to the people of Nairobi, you must make sure that your budget is passed on time. You must make sure that your policies that you think want to uplift the people must sail through the county assembly. And for that to happen, it means there is a likelihood of crossing over and work closely with Raila Odinga's MCS. That's the ODM party MCS. I've seen the way Sakaja took over the quest by my good friend Robert Alai, that and I support that zile bars zinawekwa karibu na maplot na watu zinapigia watoto kelele, pia there are immoral characters in those places and they display those acts in public in places where people are staying. It was taken up by Sakaja, but somewhere in the middle, the business people and the deep state, Nairobi's deep state intervened, and Sakaja had to change his stand on that. So that's one stake between Statehouse, because Ruto will not serve the interest of Sakaja getting the election. Ruto will actually want Sakaja to work on what I can call Nairobi Topple Project. The area that the President William Ruto wants to get the change and get power and get full support is Nairobi. This is what he wants. And he would actually maybe want that Sakaja works in conformity with such a project of toppling Raila Odinga in ODM in Nairobi, or toppling ODM in Nairobi. That is the truth of the matter. So one thing that is at stake is that, and that is why even when Sakaja won that seat, the joy of William Ruto, of them, he knew very well that Sakaja would get it. And because of the squabbles that were on the other side, he knew very well that Sakaja would stand a chance to benefit. So he pulled Sakaja from ANC to join UDA so that he would vie through UDA. Sakaja formerly was in ANC. That's what is in black and white. He was in ANC. So one of the things that is at stake that will cause such a fallout is a project, and that project cannot be served by one Johnson Sakaja, because he wants to serve a man of honor. Now, let's also look at Uhuru's interests, or deep state, the former deep state interests. There are a lot of interest in Nairobi, guys. Unaona hizo choo ni za watu. Don't mention names. Do your own research. There are a lot of stalls within CBD that are for people. There are a lot of buildings that belong to individuals. People are collecting rent. Even ile ESCC, wanalipia rent. Someone was making a joke that 70% of the businesses within the CBD, the business stores within CBD, are owned by powerful individuals. So there is a lot of stake. And the President, William Ruto, being the person also with commercial interests, would want maybe Sakaja to serve those interests. Why not? And there is nothing wrong with that. He's a Kenyan just like another person. He's a Kenyan. There's nothing wrong with that. And if Sakaja will not serve those interests, that will actually remain a point of departure. Let me say, the troublemaker, the person that can wreck Johnson Sakaja's vote, is one known as Mike Sonko. Seems not to have been decided either to go to Mombasa, Mombasa is emerging very slippery as time goes. He's back in Nairobi defending the president, but he's a man and he's a factor. Mike Sonko is a factor that cannot be wished away when you speak about Nairobi politics. You wish away Mike Sonko, you are simply getting it wrong. You cannot rub him off. And he's a force that can reckon, that can break the boat from within. So, I don't know, guys. Do you believe that the stories of him being blocked because of drunkenness? Do you really believe those stories? Uh, in that story, there is a story. There is also a bit that when William Ruto went to Statehouse, alifunga the canteen, the Statehouse canteen, where there were all sorts of liquors that were being sent to them. Like, there's some stories, guys. There's some things that, yes, it's for the read, but does it add value to the reader? Does it really add value to what exactly? It's not even a discussion. It's neither here nor there. And they've used it to substantiate that Sakaja was blocked from State House because of drunkenness. That's not it. But I see maybe a looming fallout. I can speculate a looming fallout. And of course, that's my bold take on this.